If you were ever concerned about having wasps or other insects getting inside your power vents, I'm going to show you how to install a very simple and very easy way of using a mesh screen. You don't want to use like a screen from a screen door, you really want to use a galvanized steel screen. I'm going to show you how to do it. Stay tuned, watch the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. So I have a vent. I want to make a grid for the vent. I want to actually put a protection on it. One time I had a bee go in here and clogged up the heating system. Actually, this is for the hot water, this is for the furnace. And a bee got sucked in and got jammed in the motor, and the thing was making a racket. I had to pay for a service call to take it apart and put the motor in. So I'm going to put a mesh screen around here, and I want to show you how to do that. So basically what I did is I made a template of the hole, and I measured the inside diameter, and I want to put a mesh screen inside here to sit inside. And hopefully it should stick to the ridge here. So I'm just going to cut out a screen, I'm going to put it in, and it's a heavy duty screen. I want to show you how to cut it, and we're going to take a measurement how to do that. It's actually a galvanized steel screen, so we're going to take it apart and hopefully it'll attach inside. If not, we're going to make some wire ties. We're going to use either galvanized wire ties, or we're going to use just stainless, regular wire ties, and just get this installed. Got to stop those bees from getting in there. Let's get to it. There's the template. Let's start. Okay guys, so I'm in my workshop, and here is the galvanized steel that we're going to be using. You can see the opening is a little bit bigger than actual screening. You don't want to use screening because it'll get clogged with pollen and dirt, and it'll overheat your furnace and shut down. It won't work correctly. So you need to have some proper ventilation, but you also want to stop the bees from getting inside. Really, really important. I'll leave a link below where you can find this galvanized steel. It's really easy to work with, really easy to cut. You do need a pair of shears, sheet metal shears. If you don't have them, straight will work, a circular will work as well. I'll leave a link below for all that as well. So let's start cutting the template and making this patch, basically like almost like we're going to put it right on top of that vent, so it'll stop the insects from going in. Really important. You got to have it. If you don't have it with your contractor, if it wasn't done, this is another way of getting around it. Let's get to it. Just want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help support my channel. I do appreciate that. Let's get back into the video. Thanks for watching. So be very, very careful. It's tough to work with. It's galvanized steel, so it's really durable and really rough. So be very careful, very sharp. You can see those sharp edges. It'll cut your hand open very easy, so very careful. Wear gloves if you have to. Be very, very careful. All right, so I'm going to cut my template, and I'm going to see how I can make a circle. Let's see how we can do it. Guys, so I'm using my sheet metal shears. I just made a straight cut right across here. I'm basically making a patch, and then I'm going to cut it out. Let's just finish cutting this out. Okay, so basically here's my patch. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to trace this out with a permanent marker, and then I can cut all around it. And that's how you do this. Trace it, and around it, and then I'll cut it out. Okay. All right, so it's really hard to hold the phone and trace it out, so I'm going to have to, unfortunately, put down the phone and trace this out. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking my permanent marker, and I'm just going around it and tracing out the circle around it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it gives you a guidance, guidelines, a little bit of where to cut. You can always trim down, so go a little wider, and then you can trim it to fit. So let's cut this out and just see what we have. Okay guys, so after I traced it out, as you can see, I did cut it out. It's actually pretty good. That's pretty damn close. Look at that. That's pretty close. So like I said, I'll use a wire tie in case I need it to hold it in, but I think this might hold itself. I'm going to cut one more, and let's go outside and put it on. Okay, so we're back outside. We cut our templates. So here we go. So it's a little large, so I'm going to try to do it this way first. I'm just going to use a wire tie to put this down, and I think that'll work perfectly. I mean, look at that. Then you can trim it if you want to, but I think that looks cool, and you can see how the big bugs like the bumblebees can't get in here. So this is a good fix. It'll stop the insects from getting in, and definitely you should do it for yourself. And then the other side here, it'll fit on this side here, and that's it. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put this together, and let's take a look. To let you know what you need for tools, you need some wire ties, a side cutter, a pair of scissors if you need it, and you need 2 sets of sheet metal shears. You need a straight one and a right or a lefty, depending on what you are, to cut the templates out that you need. All right, let's put this up. Okay, so I want to just let you know, when you run these zip ties in, and depending what kind of system you have, some of these don't have these in here. You can take this out and put it in, but I think this is the better way of doing it. That way you can secure it to the vent itself. You can zip tie these down. So don't zip tie the first one, because you got to get the zip tie in, and then you got to kind of twist the what do you call it? The zip tie to fit. And the best way to do that is to crinkle it first, like this. so it comes back. These are really deep, so you want to be able to get in there and just like twist it around this way, so it comes in and then back towards you. And just make it like a loop. That's the best way to do that. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. I didn't bring my tripod. I apologize. I just wanted to make this video. I thought it was going to be quick. It never is. So you can just see it go in there like that. You pull it through with your other finger, and let's do that. Okay, let's see how it looks. So here it is finished. I got the wire ties in there tight, and it's holding the screen down perfect. You can take your trimmers and just trim off some of this here if you want to, and you're good to go. Now no more bumblebees or insects. Actually, you can bend it over. I'm gonna get in there. And that's it. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do the other one, just give you an idea how you do it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll leave all the links below where you can find all the mesh, wire ties, all the stuff that you need to do this project yourself. Really important, because a service costs 250 bucks, and this is roughly about maybe 50 bucks to do this, and you're done. And that'll take care of it. And this is galvanized steel, it'll never rust, and that's it. All right. Okay guys, so what I want to do is just show you the second, this is the actually exhaust, the top one was the intake. So I want to do a little bit different. I want to take a piece of galvanized steel, looks like a paper clip, but it's not, it's actually galvanized steel. And I wanted to try it with this method as well. So instead of the wire tie, I wanted to use the actual piece of galvanized steel that comes with the actual roll. It comes rolled in this. So I was able to pull it out and just couple snips off, and basically very easy to do. Just set it up in here like this. And what I the best way to do is make sure they're close together when you do the wire ties. So make sure they go in one hole and close to the open hole that you put it in. I do apologize for the camera being a lot out of focus. It is an autofocus camera, so I do apologize. Hopefully you can get the gist of it. It'll clear up in a minute. So basically what I'm doing here is just getting these two wire ties set in here. I'm actually going to start just pushing in the actual ties themselves and make sure they're kind of lined up so they'll sit within the hole correctly. And like I said before, they do sell, if this was done maybe earlier, like whoever installed it didn't put in a vent block of this sort. They just had wide open like that, and a bumblebee got stuck in there and just destroyed the motor. And it cost me about 250 bucks, 200 to 250 bucks to replace everything. So I figured, let's do it this time. Let's fix it and avoid the service call. So I did one with the wire tie, and I did this one with the actually galvanized tie. I basically make like a twist tie out of it and just kind of twisted it and achieved the exact same goal. Attach it to the hole so the bees won't get in, and that's the main thing. You don't want any wasp or hornet's nests getting into your heating system or any kind of venting system whatsoever. This will work with any venting system at all. Hot water tanks, boilers, whatever you're using. Even use it for your dryer vent. You know, put a block in there because they'll get in there. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this. I hope you learned something. I appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps me, and I appreciate that. All right, guys, that's it for me, and I'll see you at the next one. And please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you at the next review.